Garfield eats lasagnas, and Furiosa eats the box office. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something clever to say, like to kickstart the show, and I'm failing. I'll be honest with you.
Garfield celebrates Memorial Day with lasagna.
I mean, yeah. Garfield really hates Mondays, even if it's Memorial Monday. That was the worst thing I've ever said in my life. Hey, everybody. You know what, Maggie? Enough trying to figure this out. Let's go ahead and welcome everybody to the show. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are
Hopefully Awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky things include Garfield, Furiosa, Legend of Zelda, Legos, dog.
There goes we're putting out another mortgage on our house.
It's called a HELOC. We also got some green lantern news, Maggie. Good God.
That's great.
Because this is the Hopefully Awesome Show, our weekly podcast where Maggie and I chit-chat about this week's nerdy news in the movie sphere that you need to know. Remember, if you'd like to support the channel like these fine folks, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. You can get your name in every episode. You can get access to the Google archives. You can, just all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, happy Monday on a Tuesday.
Happy Monday.
So we were out yesterday.
Yeah.
For Memorial Weekend.
Yeah.
For Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And please don't let my shirt fool you. This is not. I don't want this to be misconstrued as like a pro thing, like a positive thing. I just think it's funny that Uncle Sam is cradling a bald eagle.
Yeah.
Like the first time I saw it, I thought he was breastfeeding him. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's what I thought.
That beak is nowhere near.
Well, I would have loved
that
it though.
area.
I feel like that would have been even funnier. Okay, Maggie.
Okay.
So, Maggie, how are you today?
How am I? Well, I thought I was going to sneeze right at the beginning of the show while we were talking.
I thought you did sneeze.
Well, I did, but I thought there was another one coming.
Oh.
I could still feel it, like burning into my nostrils.
Like it's shoved up in your bones.
Yeah. But I mean, we had a good Memorial weekend. Watch a Furiosa and
Furiosa
and Garfield. I can't think right now. That's what happens when I fall asleep before the show.
You're doing great. You're doing great,
Caddy.
Maggie. Hello, Caddy. Welcome to the stream. We hope you like lasagna. I feel like I'm low. Am I low? Do I sound low to you?
No.
How's that? Is that a little bit better?
I hear
Too loud.
buzzing.
I hear a little bit buzz too. Okay, maybe I should just turn up my headphones. Hello. Hey, there we go.
There you are.
There it is. All right, everybody. You know what else there is, Maggie?
Stuff.
It's time for the news.
Good news, everyone.
That's right, everybody. Welcome to the news.
The news.
So our first story today, of course, like always, is the weekend box office results. That's right, everyone. Wow, Maggie's blowing her nose. We have via Box Office Mojo the numbers and discussing film.
Party.
A party?
A party.
Is it a nose party?
It's a party.
Is it a party? Never mind. Okay, so
It's a party. You're welcome to the pants party.
God Almighty. We are just
so tired.
rolling downhill fast. Number one, new to the box office this weekend, Maggie, was Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, with 26.3 million.
Ooh.
Bringing its domestic total to 32 million and its worldwide gross to 64.5 million. Its budget was $168 million.
Really?
Which means it needs to make about 340-ish. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Somewhere in there.
Fury Road opened on 2015 and made $45 million its opening weekend and went on to gross $369 million.
Yeah.
The budget for that one was $150 million.
Oh.
So even more.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about Furiosa, giving our thoughts on it a little bit later in the show, so be sure and hang out for that. But I will say we are positive on it.
Yeah.
Positive that it sucks. No, I'm joking. It's really good. But we'll get into all that. Apparently, I was reading something before we went live.
Yeah.
Apparently, Furiosa was originally supposed to be like the Animatrix.
Because they had so many ideas.
Well, no, like I'll tell you about it later when we talk Furiosa. It's not worth doing right this second.
I did read part of that.
It's pretty good. Number 2, new to the box office, was the Garfield movie, making $24 million, bringing its domestic total to $31.2 million, and its worldwide gross to $97.5 million. Remember, it's been open since May.
Yeah.
So, like May 1st, first weekend of May. I'm not sure when. Garfield 2004 opened to $21 million. And total gross was $208 million. Garfield Tale of Two Kitties opened to $7.2 million. And its total gross went on to be $147 million. So, doing decently compared to the rest of the franchise, I guess. Like, highest opening weekend. So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of people aren't crazy about. I don't know if people. I don't think people were ready to see Garfield.
Wow.
Like that.
Just right in the middle of your sentence.
I can't help it, man. There's so many things. It's just like.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Only one of these Garfield movies have Breckenmeyer in it. All right. That's all I'm gonna say. Which we also went and watched Garfield, and we will also be talking about it later in the show. So be sure to.
About how fantastic it is.
How cat-tastic.
Cat-tastic.
If I told you the main plot was about a bull and a cow fucking, would you believe me? Because it is.
No, it's not.
It is. Number 3, dropping from the number 1. Dropping from the number 1 slot. If, with $16 million, bringing its domestic total to $64.8 million and its worldwide gross to $104.8 million. Number 4, dropping from the number 2 slot. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, adding an additional $13.4 million. Bring its domestic total to $126.6 million, worldwide gross to $298.6 million. Number 5, dropping from the number 4 slot, is The Fall Guy. Oh, I'm out of breath. With $5.9 million, bringing its domestic total to $74 million, and its worldwide gross to $145.8 million. I had that in my highest grossing films of the summer.
I think I did too.
It's definitely not going to be. It's not. Number 6, dropping from the number 3 slot, Strangers Chapter 1 brought an additional $5.5 million, bringing its domestic total to $22.6 and worldwide gross to $24 million. And number 7, new to the box office, Sight. With a $2.7 million, bringing its domestic total to $3.7 million. And number 8, dropping from the number 5 slot, is Challengers with $1.4 million.
Oh God!
Bringing its domestic total to $46.9.
Stay up there.
And $82 million worldwide. Number 9, dropping from number 6, Back to Black, added an additional $1 million, bringing its domestic total to 5.2 and worldwide gross to 30.4. It's not doing too well.
I forgot what Back to Black is. To be
That's they try to make me go to rehab.
Oh,
yeah, it's not doing well. Number 10, new wide limited. So okay, everything I just said doesn't make any sense. So it's still limited.
Yeah,
but like it's more. So like it's not like 7 theaters. It's like 1,000 theaters.
Oh, okay. It's not more limited. It's less limited.
Yes, it's wider limited. Now it opens wide this weekend.
Okay,
so keep that in mind.
Babes.
But it is Babes, and it made $1 million, bringing its total to $1.2 million.
If you have not seen the trailer to Babes,
looks good.
You need to watch it. It reminds me of whenever oh crap, that Seth Rogen movie, Knocked Up. It puts me in mind of that.
Yeah.
But this time around with with the female perspective, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
it looks good.
Shoot. From Arrested Development.
Maybe
isn't it?
Huh?
Maybe?
No, that's not maybe for Arrested Development.
Oh my God, that's the girl from Sesame Street, isn't it?
Yes.
Holy crap!
Yeah. Mr. Noodle's sister, Mrs. Noodle,
Miss Noodle.
Excuse me. Hey, next week's releases. While we're talking about it, we got Babes, of course. It's a wide release. It's rated R. Haikyuu, the Dumpster Battle. It releases next weekend. In a Violent Nature is in limited release. Has a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes and is rated R. That's the one where it's the slasher film from the killer's perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably not going to watch it. And then Handling the Undead is in limited release with 78% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, remember we watched it.
I know, but nope.
It looked good. It's like a drama. But like, they come back.
I
And like, they're kind of normal at first, but then they start eating brains and shit. And like, it's tragic. It looks great, honestly.
You watch it.
It's probably not going to make $1, but it looks really good. Like, I'm definitely going to watch it when it hits streaming on Freevee.
On Tubi?
No.
Quibi?
Freevee.
Quibi.
Anyway, Maggie, it's time to guess the weekend box office.
I
was wondering if he was going to do anything.
I was waiting for you.
That's right, everybody. It's time to guess the weekend box office.
Yeah.
Remember, each movie we correctly guess in the top 5 will get us 1 point, and each movie we guess in the correct slot will get us an additional point, meaning that if we get all 5 movies in the top 5 and we get them in the correct slots, we will get an additional 5 points, meaning we can get a total of 15 points. So if Maggie and I were both to guess Furiosa at number 1, we'd get 1 point for it being in the top 5 and another point for it being the number 1 movie. So with that being said, let's take a look again at the 5 movies this week. To remind everybody, number 1 was Furiosa, number 2 was the Garfield movie, number 3 was If, number 4 was Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and number 5 was Saga.
Oh boy.
Let's see what our guesses were. So,
oh man,
Matt, my guess is at number 1 Furiosa, number 2 Garfield, number 3 If, number 4 Planet of the Apes, number 5 The Strangers, and then Maggie's top 5: number 1 Furiosa, number 2 Planet of the Apes, number 3 Garfield, number 4 If, and number 5 The Fall Guy. So let's see what we got.
Oh wow!
So I got the first 4 correct and in the correct slot.
Yeah.
But completely missed the 5th one. I really thought Strangers would stick around because the Fall Guy had been like falling so bad. Didn't mean it. And then, of course, Maggie got 2 points for Furiosa, 1 point for Planet of the Apes because it was in the top 5, 1 point for Garfield for being in the top 5, 1 point for If being in the top 5, and 2 points for the Fall Guy being in the correct slot and in the top 5.
Dang it, man.
Brings our totals to 93, Matt, versus Maggie's 112. Closing that gap. Only 19 points away. So close. So close to beating you. I got 1 extra point than you this week. That's it. Even though I got the first 4 correct, I still only got 1 extra point than you. It's horse shit. This game makes no sense. Whoever made the rules for this is an idiot.
That was you.
God damn it, Maggie. This has been Guess the Weekend. Oh, wait, we're not done yet.
Oh.
I forgot. Sorry. We got a guess next week. So I'm going to bring up the top 5 again. All right, Maggie. You get to pick. What is your guess? Now, this weekend's going to be weird.
Yeah, it is.
Because, like, I don't know if anything opening this weekend is going to break the top 5, to be honest.
All right. You ready?
Sure.
Okay. For my number 1, Garfield.
You're going to go Garfield number 1.
I'm going to go Garfield number 1.
You think word of mouth is going to make people go watch Garfield?
I think people are going to get bored with their kids being at home.
Okay.
Within the first or second week of school being out around here.
Okay.
Just think it out loud.
Number
2. I'm going to say Haku.
Okay.
The dumpster pile. Hey.
No,
don't laugh.
Hey, here's the thing. Demon Slayer was like number 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But where did Spy X Family get? It wasn't even in the top 5, right?
It made it to top 10, but not
top 5.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Number 3. I'm going to say Furiosa.
Okay.
Number 4. If.
All right.
Number 5. Apes.
Apes strong together.
Apes strong together.
All right, let me make sure I got this all correct here. So we got number 1, Garfield.
Yeah.
Number 2, Haikyuu. Number 3, Furiosa. Number 4, If. Number 5, Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying not to sneeze.
Pink Elvis.
Oh, God. Don't sneeze. Okay. What all comes out next week? Haiku, Babes,
In a Violent Nature, and Handling the Undead.
and Link. Those last 2 are just limited, so they're definitely not going to be in the top 5. Will Haiku make the top 5? I mean, I would say no, but like nothing else is coming out except Babes, but I don't think that'll. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep Furiosa at number 1.
Okay.
Garfield at number 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Planet of the Apes back at number 3. And If at number 4. And Haikyuu at number 5. So my guess is number 1, Furiosa, number 2, Garfield, number 3, Planet of the Apes, number 4, If, and number 5, Haikyuu.
Haikyuu.
Yeah. I'm not certain about this at all. I feel like it's probably none of it's gonna work. That's what I'm thinking.
No, it's gonna bomb.
It might bomb, but we'll find out next time when we guess the weekend box office.
Box office, yeah.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. Hey, Maggie.
Hey.
Did you know that we have something to talk about real quick?
Give us something to talk about.
Well, Maggie, listen to this. Did you know that this episode is brought to you by Audible?
What?
Yeah, we at Hopefully Awesome have partnered with Audible to give you a 30-day free trial for Audible Premium Plus. With your Audible Premium Plus trial, you'll get 1 free audiobook to start. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you'll get an additional audiobook for free. That's right. With our offer, you can sign up and get 2 audiobooks for free. Sign up using our link in the description of this very episode to activate this hopefully awesome deal. Wink. Hey, after your 30-day free trial, if you decide to keep your Audible Premium Plus subscription, you'll continue to get 1 audiobook a month for only $14.95. You'll also get 30% off the price of any additional audiobooks you purchase, as well as unlimited access to the Audible Plus catalog of Audible originals, podcasts, and more. Yeah, including that weird country music one I told you about.
Yeah.
I can't remember who's in it.
I can't remember.
Maybe James Cameron.
And there's books read
Candace
by
Cameron,
Rob Lowe.
Maggie, did you know this is the best part, okay?
Not Rob Lowe.
You can cancel at any time and you get to keep your free books. That's right. There's literally nothing to lose. Sign up using our link in the description of this very episode and get your free audiobooks and then cancel. Your free trial will still count as a referral from us, even if you cancel. So either way, you'll be supporting Hopefully Awesome. Once again, use our Audible link in the description of this episode to get your 2 free audiobooks today. And now, back to the show.
I did magics.
Nailed it. All right, Maggie. Now it's time to get into story number 1. Look at this. Look at this, Maggie. Look at this.
Colors.
What colors do you see?
Green and yellow.
It is weird that one's yellow.
Yeah. I know it's not supposed to be.
Is it not supposed to be? Because
I don't know.
mean, it looks like Jon Stewart.
This is...
But I'm not certain. What?
Like, the people's faces look great. Oh, excuse me? Are you growling at me?
Hey, keep talking for a second. I'm going to blow my nose.
Okay. But, like, how they sketch... Maybe it's not a green... It's not a Green Lantern. That symbol's different.
Is it?
Yep. Because that's Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And then this one, the lines are funny.
It does look like...
It looks like a Pokeball.
It does look like the Sinestro symbol.
Pokeball,
I wonder if Jon Stewart is a Sinestro Corps member in this one.
That'd be interesting.
Because this is taken from Green Lantern Earth 1. So this is like the like a different universe version.
Yeah.
Like they did Superman Earth 1, Batman Earth 1,
Yeah.
so on and so forth. And I remember really liking the Green Lantern Earth 1 book. I only read the first one though. So I'd say this probably happens in the second one.
Okay.
But who knows? I'd say, honestly, they probably just use this image because it's the coolest. You know?
It is pretty cool.
I do like it a lot.
Lucy, what's wrong?
What's wrong with Lucy?
She's gone.
Man, I cannot catch my breath. Hey, here's the thing, though. The reason we're talking about lanterns is because via James Gunn, a lantern series has been announced from Chris Mundy, who produced and co-ran True Detective, Ozark, Criminal Minds, and Cold Case, as well as Tom King, of course, author of many a DC comics.
Yes.
And Damon Lindelof.
Let's lost it up, baby.
I hit the wrong button. That's right, everybody. Watchmen's Damon Lindelof. Prometheus's Damon Lindelof.
No, stop.
Star Trek Into Darkness's Damon
I
Lindelof.
always forget that he helped with that one. Always forget.
No, he did Lost. He was the showrunner of Lost. Yes, it's true. This is a quote directly from James Gunn. The Lanterns DCU series is putting together a crack team of writers based on a wonderful pilot script and Bible by Chris Mundy, Tom King, and Damon Lindelof.
There's a Green Lantern Bible.
A show Bible. Like these exist. That's like the...
What is that?
It's like the lore. The lore. They write the Bible.
So it's the word.
No, I'm done. I'm done with you.
The walk.
A hearty welcome to Chris and Damon Lindelof as they join the DC Studios family. No welcome necessary for old Tom King, who has been here nearly since the inception. That's right, Maggie. Of course, Tom King has been working on the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow script, which is based off of his comic run, obviously. Yeah. And his run on Batman is one of my favorites.
Yes. It's so good.
It's so good. Oh my God. The double date with Catwoman and Lois and Clark. It's wonderful. And they have to wear costumes, so they wear each other's super suits. It's great. God, it's so good. So good. But this, I mean, just based off of the guy that's like leading it. Yeah. Like the first guy, Chris Mundy, is that his name? Yeah. Solomon Mundy. Born on a Grundy.
Born on a Tuesday.
So listen to this. True Detective, Ozark, Criminal Minds, and Cold Cases. Maggie, can you tell me...
Criminal Minds.
What do any of these have in common?
They're all... God.
Detectives? Yeah.
Solving murders and mysteries.
That's right, Maggie. So... Of course, we know that the Green Lantern Corps, if you are unaware, the Green Lantern Corps is space cops, essentially. There is one Green Lantern that protects each sector of the universe. It has been divided into, I can't remember this, 238. Is that right? 200.
Don't look at me. I'm not the...
I'm looking it up. God,
you
damn
are
it.
our local lantern
How
expert.
many Green Lantern sectors are there? All right, here we go. 3,600 sectors. 3,600. I was way off.
Wow.
So there are 3,600
That's
sectors.
in a few thousand there, Matt.
Well, I couldn't remember. I'm pretty sure sector 2814. Yeah, 2814 is Earth. And 2813 included Krypton. So, Abensur and all that. So, anyway, don't worry. I'm not going to get too crazy. But here's the thing, Maggie.
Hey, what are you doing?
They found out, one Green Lantern for each sector. Not enough Green Lanterns. So, what do? They put 2 Green Lanterns in each sector. Yeah, so there's actually... So, guess how many Green Lanterns there are?
Well, there has to be well over 1 million.
There's 1 Green Lantern per sector.
Million.
There are 3,600 sectors. So 3,600 Green Lanterns.
3,600.
And then they decided to give them all a partner. So that means 2 Green Lanterns per sectors. So how many Green Lanterns are there?
Excuse me. 7,200.
Wrong. There are 7,204 because you forgot about the 4 elite Green Lanterns that they also have.
Screw you.
Anyway,
Quit playing games with my brain.
Tomare. That's who I was looking for. I said Avensur earlier, but it's Tomare that I was looking for. Yeah. So he's the bird guy.
Oh,
that watched.
I didn't know.
He watched Krypton explode. He was supposed to stop it, and he didn't. All right, he failed.
Man,
yeah,
that is so big.
Yeah, it's bad. And then, of course, there's Sinestro, who was like the best Green Lantern. And then it turns out, oh wait, he's not. He's bad.
He's a bad guy.
Because he starts killing people.
Yeah.
He becomes a dictator of his homeworld, and it's because the only way to keep him safe is by being a dictator or something. I don't know. He's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy, but he is a bad guy.
Huh?
So anyway, we're getting a series about Green Lantern,
all right,
which is wonderful.
Yes.
It definitely seems like it's gonna be. If I had to guess, here's what I'm thinking. There's gonna be a murder.
Yeah. A murder.
Probably something crazy, maybe a planet, maybe a god.
Maybe Benoit Blanc.
No, I'm thinking.
My
I'm
bad.
thinking that you're way off. I'm thinking that maybe one of the new gods, or maybe one of the guardians who run OA, who run the Green Lantern Corps. Yeah. But somebody's dead, and so maybe Hal and John have to go and solve the case, and that's basically the whole plot. And Hal, he's a hothead, not a hothead. He's a maverick, right?
Oh man.
He you know what? God. You take the rule book, you just throw that away because he ain't even gonna need that. No. All right. He plays by his own rules. All right. He's a hot shot. Okay.
He brings his own steakhouse to the steakhouse.
That's right. But you know who Jon Stewart is though. He's a man by the book.
Yeah.
All right.
He believes in these 3 letters: USA.
Semper Fi. He is a retired Marine / architect, and so he is very methodical. So how are these 2 oddballs gonna work together? Truth is, very well. I see him.
His eyes are just looking up at us.
But very well, Maggie. They're gonna work together very well.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if we join this universe already in progress. Sinestro's maybe in prison.
Yeah.
And they have to go Hannibal Lecter, and go talk to Sinestro to try and solve the murder or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I feel like I just wrote the entire series.
There you go. Good job.
I think the first season, that's going to be the first season.
Oh,
Thanks.
Sorry. Did you hear a beep, or am I imagining things?
I don't know. There might have been a beep.
I think I'm losing it.
You might be, Maggie.
I think I'm losing it.
Push.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
You got anything in the chat to tell us about?
We got Fanimator 101 saying, I enjoyed Garfield. I love how that it was a heist movie and seeing his dad for the first time. Also, I'm excited to see Inside Out 2 and Despicable Me 4, and I think Inside Out 2 is going to be great.
All right. I like it. Let's get on to the first story in our headlines. All right, everybody. New releases this week. So, starting with video on demand, opening today. So, where we usually do this on Mondays. I've got tomorrow on the brain, but it's actually today. It's hitting. Sorry, out of breath. Hitting video on demand is The First Omen, but it also hits Hulu on Thursday. So keep that in mind. No need to go out and buy it because you can just watch it on Hulu.
Watching.
Maybe. Probably not like really soon. Like, I mean, I want to see it, but I'm fine to not rush out and watch it real quick. Boy Kills World also hit video on demand. Pole Man hits video on demand on Friday. Tarot and Arthur the King, Meatball the movie.
Oh,
that's the dog.
Thank you for saying that. That helped me.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Maggie. On Disney Plus on the 31st, we've got Idea Man, the Jim Henson story. That comes out on Friday. On Netflix, we've got Dancing for the Devil, the $7 million, just 7 million TikTok cult docuseries.
What?
Opens on May 29th, so tomorrow. And the Eric limited series starring Benedict Cumberbatch opens on the 30th on Netflix.
What is Dancing for the Devil?
I don't know. I think there was like a cult that started on TikTok.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You know, like kind of like that one that we watched where like the influencers started a cult.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, you love that person.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I guess I do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's like that.
It's been a long time since we've watched that, I feel like.
I think it's like February.
God, it doesn't feel like it. It was like 3 years ago.
Opening up on Prime, we got The Boys in the Boat on the 28th. Die Hard 2. Die Harder. That's Kevin Hart.
The fact that he got another one of those.
Is it like a spoof movie?
I don't know. I think he actually plays himself.
Maybe they're like, Kevin Hart, we need you to do this.
Maybe.
Wow. I'm not interested. I probably won't watch it. On Max, we got Movie Pass Movie Crash, a documentary opening up on the 29th.
I still get emails from them.
From Movie Pass?
And they're like, come on back. I'm like, never.
Hey, baby, what you been doing?
Baby, I've been missing you.
Baby, come on. You know you want somebody's loving.
I'll take care of you.
What if I gave you one movie a month for $60?
No, go away. AMC is so much better for me than you were.
It's so much easier. Movie Pass was just a huge pain in the ass.
AMC treats me better.
AMC got me a free popcorn on my birthday.
AMC lets me get coupons.
Good job, Maggie.
Oh my God, shut up.
Hitting physical today, we got Anatomy of a Fall, the Blu-ray Criterion Collection edition. Crybaby on 4K and Blu-ray.
Gee.
Kung Fu Panda 4 on 4K, Blu-ray, 4 movie collection, and Walmart exclusive with kid-sized training chopsticks.
What? I'm sold. Sign me up.
Walmart, baby. Batman 89 hits 4K Steelbook. Digimon Adventures 02 hits Blu-ray, which I apparently did not pre-order. I'm very angry about it. I thought I had, but I guess I didn't. I've got the movie. The movie comes out like in 2 weeks. I'm gonna have, but
still, yeah.
Really? I mean, I'll get it. I'll get it. Don't worry. I'll get it. But damn, it would have been great to get it. You know, it's fine. We're still doing our Digimon podcast here a little bit. We're also gonna get Star Trek 3 on 4K Steelbook and 4K Arthur the King hits Blu-ray.
Oh God.
Knox Goes Away hits Blu-ray. His hair. Sailor Moon, Sailor Stars, the complete 5th season hits Blu-ray.
Oh God, yes.
Bob Marley, One Love hits 4K and Blu-ray. And Into the Blue hits Blu-ray.
Yeah.
That's that one movie.
What one movie?
With Paul Walker and Jessica Alba? Yeah. And like she gets her arm bit off by a shark.
No,
and she's a surfer.
That's
and then like Samuel Jackson gets eaten by a shark.
That's still not
and
the
like I
same
think
movie.
there's like they have to go to the peak of Dante or something. I don't know. It's a good movie. New trailers this week. We got Moana 2 trailer drops tomorrow. First trailer for Wolves drops tomorrow. From John Watts, starring George Clooney and Brad Pitt. The film follows 2 lone wolf fixers assigned to the same job.
I'm sold.
Yeah, the trailer, like they released like a 30-second teaser for the trailer tomorrow, and it's just them in a car driving in silence, and like the wiper goes up like every few seconds, and that's it. And they both just look miserable. It looks great, honestly. I'm sold.
Wait, I love those two together.
Now you know who John Watts is, right?
You gotta help me
The
out.
Spider-Man Home trilogy.
Hey.
Yeah, John Watts. Johnny what?
Johnny
What
John?
is what we call him.
John?
The Bear season 3 had their trailer drop. All the episodes hit Hulu on June 27th.
Holy crap. Can't wait.
We didn't watch the trailer. It's only like 45 seconds or something.
That's okay. We don't need to.
Nah, I mean, we're just going to watch the whole series when it drops. Beetlejuice, the first full trailer for that, hits theaters on September 6th. Beverly Hills Cop 4, the first trailer, dropped. It'll be on Netflix on July 3rd. Deadpool and Wolverine Silence Your Phone PSA also dropped.
So great.
Kind of a trailer. Not really a trailer.
Not really, but
it does say, like, hey, go watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
Hey,
so
MFers, you better go watch your movie.
it's pretty great. So you can actually find, ironically, somebody recorded the anti-phone PSA on their phone and uploaded it to the internet. So you can watch it.
I commend that person. Good job.
No, that's bad.
Good job.
The whole point is to put your fucking phone away.
Good job
like,
recording.
yeah, put your phone away. I'm going to record it.
PSA. Good job.
Good job, Maggie. Hey.
It was me.
New Rotten Tomato scores. Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1, has 30% with 20 reviews.
Oh. That's that one.
Yes, that's
going to be like 3 parts or something.
2 parts. And it's
30 parts?
No, 2. And what's his name?
It's Dances with Wolves.
And Superman's dad.
Kevin Costner.
That's right, everybody.
Took me a sec. I had to see
open my Coke Zero.
Weird.
Black Panther. There you go.
Hairline.
Hmm?
Kevin Costner's hairline. I had to think about
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Via discussing film, Knives Out 3 will release in 2025.
Woo-hoo!
The title is Wake Up, Dead Man, a Knives Out Mystery. And Mr. Benoit Blanc will be back. And there's a hole in the donut, but inside the hole there's another donut with another hole. And it's like a glass onion. Clockery. It'll star Andrew Scott, who is Moriarty from Sherlock, and Hot Priest from Fleabag.
Yes.
Yeah. Josh O'Connor from Challengers, and Kaylee Spinnery, I can't read it, from Priscilla, Civil War, and Alien Romulus will be on it. Tom Hardy and Lindsay Lohan are rumored to join the cast. Though I also saw that was debunked, but not from the people who posted the original story, so I don't know if that's real or not.
We don't know.
The first 3 people I mentioned are pretty certain, but Tom Hardy and Lindsay Lohan, uncertain. I would like it. I think that'd be really cool.
I'd love it for Lindsay Lohan to be
Let Lindsay Lohan be the person that dies.
No.
You know? Think about it. She's in the flashbacks. And that's it. It's funny. And it turns out it's actually her twin sister that killed her. And Guess what, fuckers? This is a secret sequel to The Parent Trap. Right? Think about it.
Good job, man.
But it turns out the twins actually switched bodies. And so, that's right, buckle up, assholes. Not only is it a sequel to The Parent Trap, it's also a sequel to Freaky Friday. Yeah, this shit's getting fucking real this time.
This sounds awful.
And then Chris Pine shows up with a 4-leaf clover and things get really crazy.
And he also has that really nice looking sweater on again.
Chris Pine.
Oh, Chris Pine. Oh, I thought
with a 4-leaf clover. Just my luck, the luck movie that she did. That was the joke there, Maggie.
Oh man.
Anyway, thanks. Via Lego. Legend of Zelda set has been announced for Lego, everybody.
Oh boy.
And guess what? I actually have some pictures. So look at this.
Look at that.
So this Lego set for Legend of Zelda is based off the Great Deku Tree. And you can build it as either the Breath of the Wild version of the tree or the Ocarina of Time version of the tree. Now, you can't build both at the same time. Only one or the other. All right, so keep that in mind.
You have to buy 2 sets.
I only bought one. Oh. It is $300. It's a lot. It's a lot of money. So here's a better look at what the Breath of the Wild version looks like. As you can see, we got Hatsu over there in the right. And then you also got some Koroks. You got Link and Zelda in their champion tunics. You got all kinds of fun little things there. And then here's the Ocarina of Time version with a little sprout. You got a little Deku sprout.
Oh.
Yeah. And those little plants. It's like, blah, 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 you got those. And if you build the Ocarina of Time version, you get Link's house.
Oh.
Yeah, this little tree. And look, there's a little fairy. There's Navi.
Oh.
Yeah. And you get Kid Link and Adult Link.
Wow.
Yeah, look at this.
That's
you get all four minifigs.
That's awesome.
You get the Master Sword, the Hylian Shield. You get the wooden shield from the Kid Link. You get the Sheikah Slate from Breath of the Wild. Oh my god. This is amazing. So good. I mean, look, this right here, probably enough for me to buy it just for these minifigs. All right, they're so good. And I found this. Somebody was doing some screenshots, and I saw, oh, fuck. You also get the Ocarina of Time, baby.
And I text you. I said, you better get it. Just get it. And then you texted me that picture. I was like, yeah, he's going to get it. You're like, I bought it.
Mate, not only that, apparently there's other things that they're including. There's a potion bottle. There's the chain hook shot. There it is. The hook shot. Yeah, it's going to be great. And there's a little wheel you can put the Sheikah Slate on to make it do. And you can cook. Maggie, it's got the little pot that you cook stuff in Breath of the Wild. It's going to be amazing.
We're going to have an Animal Crossing village and Zelda village. I mean, we're going to.
And this is only the first one. Just wait till they get like the castle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Get the castle involved here.
Yeah, or if you got to build. Oh, Death Mountain would be really cool. Or a giant fucking warthog. Oh man, I'd love that. I'd love that so much. But yeah, it's $299 and releases in September. So yeah, there's
they
that.
Finally got you.
Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna stream putting it together.
Okay.
That way we can like write it off as a business expense or something.
Okay.
I mean, we'd have to make money on this first before it actually matters. So
that's true.
Either way, we're fine. Next headline, via discussing film, a 10-year-old Peter Parker will reportedly appear in Venom: The Last Dance.
No.
Though he will not be named. They'll just call him Boy.
Boy.
Kind of like spoiler.
Hey Eddie,
let's eat that boy. What?
Yeah.
Is he? Are you not wanting to see a little Peter Parker, Henry?
Tell us. Are you gonna talk?
Good job.
No talking? He's thinking about it.
So like in Madam Web, how like they refuse to say his name, you know? They're like, oh, his name's, and then like a balloon pops.
Yeah.
They're like, why are they scared to say Peter? You know? It doesn't mean penis.
It is forbidden.
To say Peter?
Yes. And penis.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Ryan Reynolds has revealed that Rob McElhenney, there you go.
There you go.
Will make a cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine.
So that's the dude, just the regular.
It's Mac. From Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Rob Mack, and I bet that's supposed to be a C, not an E. Mac and wait, no, I don't know. He also co-owns the soccer team with it, or football, whatever. Rex League, Teddy Ruxpin. What is it? I don't know. That thing. You know, I believe and believe.
I believe.
The Variety Vision series will release in 2026 with Paul Bettany set to return as the Vision. Terry Matalas, who is the showrunner for Star Trek Picard, will serve as the showrunner for Vision. I had to look at it because I didn't know. Via Hollywood Reporter, the top 10 A-list movie stars of Hollywood are Zendaya, Glenn Powell, Jacob Elordi, Paul Mescal, Austin Butler, Jenna Ortega, Florence Pugh, Anya Taylor-Joy, Sydney Sweeney, and Timothy Chalamet.
How dare you put Timmy Che down there?
I mean, they're just saying that that's the top 10. Like, it's not like, I think they're just listing the 10 actors, not
I am offended.
Like, who is Paul Mescal and Jacob Elordi?
Hello, where is beautiful baby boy Pedro Pascal?
Maggie, young Hollywood A-listers. All these people are like under 30, maybe even under 25.
No, Zendaya's
Michi.
Zendaya's a little bit closer
And
to 30.
LeBron James is Gongi. I think somebody might be hungry.
Yep.
Hey, buddy.
You ready for milk break?
Milk break.
Go shake it up with a bottle.
All right. Well, while Maggie's doing that, I'll go ahead and get us to the next part. All right. Hurry back so we can talk about Garfield. There it is. Via Discussing Film, Steven Spielberg's next film will release on May 15th, 2026 in theaters and will likely be his untitled UFO film. Script written by Jurassic Park and War of the Worlds writer David Cope. Yeah. So Steven Spielberg, going back to the old tried and true aliens.
UFO in the sky.
The spirit in the sky. And that's all the stories. So when Maggie gets back, we'll talk about the Garfield movie. I like Steven Spielberg's alien movies. Of course, we've got Close Encounters of the Third Kind. We got E.T., right? We got War of the Worlds. The fact that we got the script is written by the guy who wrote War of the Worlds is interesting. Also wrote Jurassic Park. So I wonder if we're looking at a more, something more along the lines of like that, as opposed to like E.T., where it's like, oh, I'm a child, and oh, look, there's an alien, and oh no, I love it, all that stuff, which is good. E.T.'s good. I definitely think I would put War of the Worlds above E.T. I don't know. Is that a hot take? Surely that's not a hot take. Surely not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I recognize E.T. for what it is. It's great. It's great. But like, I don't really want to watch it again. We rode the E.T. ride at Universal Studios. I gotta say, after the Cat in the Hat ride at Universal Studios, E.T. is maybe the scariest ride I've ever been on. Like, there's a plant world where like E.T. lives or something. I don't know. It's weird, man. Like the ride starts off great because you're on the bikes and like you go across the moon and it's like and then it's like, okay, now we gotta go into E.T.'s world. It's like, what? And like a wormhole opens. Next thing you know, you're on a planet and there's a lot of just really fucking ugly aliens. Some of them are plants. Some of them know E.T. The music sounds like it's made by those goddamn Who's from Whoville. Like, it is just an absolute nightmare. And then it ends. And it's like, all right, that's it. That's E.T. That's the E.T. ride. And it was terrible. And like, you were supposed to get like a card for like a license or something. And they're like, nah, we shut that shit down a long time ago. This ride doesn't make enough money to do anything. So, I don't know what to tell you. It was not the best ride I've ever been on. I'll put it that way. Now the scariest ride, I did kind of allude to it, but it is the Cat in the Hat. That ride, swear to God, it was like Slender Man was coming to get me riding that ride. Like, for some reason they decided to make everything black and white. I guess like the book, The Cat in the Hat. And it's like you've never seen horror until you've seen a 7-foot tall pencil drawing of the Cat in the Hat realized in 3 dimensions. But it's like the negative space is like the body. So like, it's just bizarre. I don't even know how to describe it. It's straight up Slender Man. That's all I can say. It is just absolutely horrifying and not the best thing to ride when you're trying to, enjoy Whoville. And that is Matt's little stretching of time to cover while Maggie was going to get the bottle.
Good job there, Matt. Good job.
Maggie, what do you think about another alien?
I'm down.
Yeah?
Give me all the aliens.
Okay. Do you think it'll be more like E.T. or more like War of the Worlds?
I want more War of the Worlds and crap.
Ready Player One.
No.
Close Encounters of the First Kind. Third Kind.
Third Kind, yes.
The fourth kind. Hey, would you say War of the Worlds is better than E.T.? Is that a hot take? Because I said that. So is that a hot take? Am I going to get canceled or anything?
No, you're not going to get canceled.
I mean, I might. People love E.T.
I love E.T.
I love E.T. too.
Yeah, we got Elliot and E.T. up
oh shit! He's looking right at me. It's scary.
He's gonna come after you in your sleep tonight.
Well, you know what? I say bring it on. I take that red finger and shove it up your ass.
Hey now.
All right, moving on, everybody. That's right. It's time for Garfield.
Oh, I got Odie. Yay.
That's right, everyone. So if this is your first time watching one of our reviews, we are getting ready to discuss Garfield, the movie, the Garfield movie, whatever the hell it's called. And we're going to talk spoiler free. And if we decide to talk spoilers, then this will pop up and it'll say spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And we'll make this noise. And you'll know that it's spoilers. But right now we're not in spoilers. And then after the Garfield movie, we'll then be discussing Furiosa. So if you do end up skipping the spoilers for the Garfield movie, just be sure you come back so you can learn whether Furiosa is that hot new shit.
Are you
Garfield,
riddles?
The movie, the Garfield movie,
the Garfield movie,
starring Garfield and Odie and
John.
2 cows fucking in a bush.
To Marvin Gaye.
All right. I mean, I guess technically that's a spoiler. I guess technically, but it's out of context, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. All right. Here's the thing, Maggie. Do you want me to start, or do you want to start?
You start.
Okay. So here's the thing about Garfield. I loved Garfield growing up, and well, maybe that's a little too strong. I liked Garfield growing up. Like, I wasn't like, oh my god, like Garfield. I like Garfield and Friends, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Come on in, come to the place where the fun never ends, right? come on in. It's time to play with Garfield and Friends. Garfield and Friends. Some funny comment. Don't. I hate Mondays. You got the duck that has the inflatable around him that has the duck's face on it that also emotes from time to time. So is it a sentient body float? Nobody knows, but that also exists, right? Yeah. You got Nermal. You got Odie. You got the Christmas special where they build a back scratcher. You got the Thanksgiving special where John cooks a turkey and he doesn't because his grandma cooks it or some shit. I don't know, okay?
You didn't listen to me at all.
I'll listen to it. All right, I'll listen to you. But here's the thing. So that went away, and then I turned 5 and started watching Power Rangers, right? So, like, things got better, okay? And then in 2003, they were like, hey, you know what? That fucking dude from Road Trip would make a great John Arbuckle, right? And who should we get to play Garfield? Bill Murray. And so they made a live action Garfield movie, the thing we'd all been clamoring for, right? Because by God, Cat in the Hat was so good, why not go down the Garfield? You know, Odie's a real dog, Garfield's CG.
You will never walk where Scooby-Doo walked.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like it was trying to cash in on the roaring success of Scooby-Doo, right? And like it felt more like Flubber. It was just, you know, it was fun. I didn't like it that much at all, honestly. I watched it like half of it at school. Yeah. And decided to never watch the rest of it. It was fun. It was fun.
I didn't understand why Garfield got to be CG, but why not Odie?
Yeah, I was not a fan of real Odie. No. You know, like Odie's yellow.
This Odie.
Yeah, you know. And then, of course, you know, you got Tell It Two Kitties, which I didn't watch. Because why in God's name would I do that to myself?
It's really bad.
So, going into this, I was like, oh, a CG Garfield movie. They're getting some of the art right, you know, like they've got like the spiders look like the spiders from the comic strip, you know. We got some good stuff. Sure, Chris Pratt is the voice, and like, yeah, that's funny, like because he was the voice of Mario, and it's like, oh my God, can anybody else do voice acting? But you know, I was like, fine, that's whatever, who cares? And then we saw the trailer, and Garfield's estranged father is in it, right? And he's got the mob after him to try and steal some milk, and it's like, what the fuck is happening? Why is this Garfield? Like, why is this the Garfield movie? You know, like Garfield's about a cat who like is lazy and eats lasagna, right? And he hates Mondays. Man, does he hate Mondays? But like this movie is like, hey, what if like Garfield's estranged father come back to town, but it turns out like it's like they tried to go for like the same audience as The Irishman, you know. Like, I don't understand what they were thinking with this, and so I wasn't really looking forward to watching it. Well, we took our 3-year-old to watch it, and she had a great time. She ate popcorn and M&Ms, and she had fun. Yeah, like I guess she liked the movie. It kept her attention.
There's one part, it shows it in the trailer, where they launch him off that tree branch. Yeah. And he keeps on ricocheting off of everything else.
Yeah.
She was giggling at that.
I mean, that was funny. There was some decent jokes every once in a while.
There was. But, like, just the plot.
Yeah. The plot is just... It doesn't... I don't understand why it's Garfield. Weak, bro. They did talk us into getting the Garfield bundle. So here's the Garfield popcorn bucket. That's like a Dollar Tree bucket that you would ash in if you were a smoker outside.
It came with a stuffed animal.
It did. It came with a plush Odie. Or baby Garfield or Garfield. But we got Odie.
Our little girl wanted Odie.
And then it also came with the Garfield cup with baby Garfield. Gotta say, I like baby Garfield.
Baby Garfield's cute.
The babyfication of modern pop culture is fine with me. All right? There's a reason why... shit, I forgot. Kawaii is a $1 billion franchise. Yes. billion yen franchise in Japan. Anyway, so yeah, that was another $30. It was fun, and yeah, I will say it to give it some props. The first like 10 minutes are really good.
Yeah,
like it's very much Garfield, classic Garfield. You know, he's got a chair, and oh my god, it's a lazy boy. Oh, hilarious! You know, he goes to the vet, and they put him on the scale, and it breaks, and they're like, "Bring in the big one." And he looks at the camera, and he's like, "I'm fat Garfield."
No, he goes, "Oh, did you have to announce it to everyone in the office?"
Yeah, classic Garfield. You know, right. Heathcliff shows up. That doesn't happen.
Top Cat shows up.
Can you imagine the pussy universe?
I'm Heathcliff. I like fish.
Is that a thing?
He does like fish.
Isn't Heathcliff a part of the bigger all the family circus universe?
I don't know.
They were both in like the circle.
Were they at the Universal?
God. So yeah, should you go watch Garfield? No. Like, I mean, okay, maybe if you've
got a kid,
yeah,
and they seem interested in this, yeah, go for it.
Sure.
But like, as a 35-year-old adult, would I want to watch this by myself? No.
It doesn't transcend. And we like animated movies. Yeah. I mean, if you've ever watched our channel before, like we love animated movies.
Yeah. I've told him, I even watch, like, sometimes turn on the Garfield show that used to be on Nickelodeon a few years back.
Yeah.
And like, it's okay. It's not the best, but like this plot of this movie reminded me of story arcs in that show. So I would not want to sit down by myself and watch this movie.
Yeah. I'll put it this way. We went and watched Paw Patrol, the Mighty movie last year. And I would say this is about on par with that.
Yeah.
As far as my enjoyment. Now, it was a little smarter.
Yeah.
I mean, and by smarter, I mean like Paw Patrol's made for like 2-year-olds, right?
You.
So this is like a little bit smarter than that. But it's not like Pixar.
No.
Or even like Trolls, I feel like had more themes than this movie, you know? Also not a good soundtrack. No. And like, here's the thing, okay? Here's my big complaint. I've kind of tiptoed around it because it's I don't want to get too into spoilers. So this is a spoiler-free way of saying this, but the movie is essentially, I feel like they Sony bought a script about a dairy farm that had been taken over, right, by like a corporate.
Yeah.
And then they wrote out the storyboards. They did like test audience or whatever, and like it failed. It was awful, right? Nobody wanted to watch it. So then they was like, well, fuck, what can we do to save this? Let's put Garfield in it. And so they just took that script and added on some Garfield stuff at the beginning and end.
Yeah.
And that's basically the movie, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like if they had made Garfield's father Garfield's brother, it would have played a little bit better. Because like there's a lot of like fighting back and forth, and it just feels weird having like the father and son fight with each other, as opposed to like brothers. Like the way they fight is very much brotherly.
Yes.
And I feel like you could get the same, thing apart. I also, John is insane. And it's like, John, somebody needs to check on John. Okay, John, he's hurting.
John is not a very mentally, emotionally stable person. Like even watching like the old Garfield stuff, especially the Thanksgiving special from back in the day, like him just begging that veterinarian for a date is just awful.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
not
I had
proper.
to tell, I let my class watch it this past year.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, listen, do not ever beg for someone's attention like that. please, if they tell you no, back off.
Mate, haven't you ever seen The Notebook? That's how you get a date.
No, haven't you ever seen?
You threaten to kill yourself on a Ferris wheel, and unless they go on a date with you, that's the note. And look, they were in love.
What's that Stephen King?
Misery.
Have you ever seen Misery?
For real? I didn't think that's what you're going for. Okay.
Travis.
Hey, what's up,
man?
Travis? We're just talking Garfield.
My favorite Garfield movie is Garfield 3, Flabby Tabby, and that movie didn't exist.
That does sound better than what we got.
I like Flabby Tabby.
Okay. I think it's time for spoilers.
Okay.
All right, and this is only going to last a minute. Spoilers. Can't believe Garfield was dead the whole time. What?
I was just waiting for it to focus.
Yeah. Okay.
Focus.
Nermal is in this.
Heck yes.
For all of like 12 frames.
Which is bull crap.
Yeah. Like we're going to put these other characters that have never existed.
Yeah.
They're going to be in like 95% of this movie. But fucking Nermal can't get more than 12 frames. Get the fuck out of here. All right?
Nermal is cute and annoying. Come on.
What the fuck is up with these cows? All right? This whole plot, like the whole plot of this is insane. Okay? So like, okay, Garfield is left in the alley by his dad because his dad's going to get him food, but he doesn't know that. He thinks he's abandoned. So he goes to the Italian restaurant and finds John. John adopts him, right? And then they get Odie, blah, 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 right? And so then they're just hanging out in John's house, and these two crazy dogs show up, and it turns out they kidnapped Garfield and Odie because Garfield's dad owes them for a score that he let the head cat get caught for because they were robbing a dairy farm for milk. And so she has to go to prison, which I guess is like the pound. Yeah. But she serves a sentence and then I guess they break out.
Yeah.
So anyway, so then they're like, oh, for all the days that I was in the pound, you have to bring me a quart of milk. And so it's something like
a lot.
I don't know, 100 gallons or some shit of milk that now Garfield's dad has to steal. But Garfield and Odie has to go too, or else things, right? So they go to this dairy farm to steal the 100 gallons of milk. But it turns out they can't get in unless they have the help of the estranged bull who used to work at the dairy farm, but now the dairy farm's been taken over by a corporate. And so they kicked out that bull. And the love of his life, the cow, she's now part of the petting zoo. And so in order for them to get him to train them to be able to break in to steal the 100 gallons, they also have to agree to get the cow out of the dairy farm so they can be reunited. And so that's like the bulk of the movie is about this cow and bull. And when they finally see each other, it plays Let's Get It On. And it's weird. It's really weird. And like they play that as like the heart of the movie is about this bull and cow getting back together. And I don't understand why is that anything? This is a Garfield movie. None of this should be here. Like, why is this in? Like, you have Garfield. You don't need all of this, you know?
Travis says it sounds like Point Break with CG animals.
I wish it was as good as Point Break, okay? And like, just Garfield's dad, just unnecessary. I've never once thought, where the fuck did Garfield come from?
So, funny thing, I mentioned that when I watched Garfield to one of my coworkers. And I said, man, the plot would have, I think, moved better if Garfield's dad wasn't involved somehow. And she went, wait, Garfield has a dad? And I was like, well, I mean, yeah, but she's like, I've never thought once about Garfield having a dad.
And like, if we're going to open the door on Garfield's family tree, where the fuck is Garfield's mom? Did she die in childbirth? Does Garfield have brothers and sisters? Because don't kittens usually have litters? I mean, hello? And then John just straight up adopts Garfield's dad also. And so now John is living with like, and like it's weird. Like, because they're like, oh, well, John's your dad, but I'm your dad also. And like, I just don't understand.
And I've been watching you from a tree all of your life.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, this movie, I swear to God, they bought this story and then was like, fuck, this movie sucks. Let's shove Garfield on it so that we can make some money.
Travis says, give me 2 lasagna sandwiches.
It was not good.
No.
It was not good. I'm not a fan.
I will say, I am glad that they made Garfield and Odie better friends.
Like, here's the thing. The characterization of Garfield, Odie, and John is spot on.
Yes.
It's perfect. Like, that's the thing that I think pisses me off the most, is like the first 10 minutes of this is a decent Garfield movie.
Yeah.
And like, they have the good pieces to work with. And they're like, nah, like, there's this bull and this cow and we need 100 gallons of milk, right? And like, I like, why is the mafia? Why is a cat and dog mafia in a Garfield movie? Like, it's like when the Rugrats had to fight those talking monkeys from the circus. Like, it's Rugrats. Just do Rugrats stuff. Like, Rugrats is already good. Doug didn't need a Lucky Duck Lake monster, okay? The Simpsons didn't have to be put into a bowl, okay? Like, I'm just saying. A
bubble.
It wasn't a bubble. A bubble is all the way. A bowl is half a circle. So, fuck off. All right?
Bubble.
Anything else you want to say about spoilers?
Yeah. Yeah. You can tell me some more.
What do you think, Henry?
What do you think?
He didn't go watch it.
Well, but what's your thoughts? Yeah. Anything else? Boo.
All right, moving on. Spoilers are done for Garfield. So now we are going to talk a little bit about Furiosa. I don't think we'll be going spoilers on this.
No,
like, I've got it in here just in case we want to, but I doubt we will. So, again, spoiler free. We watched Furiosa over the weekend. And up until about a month ago, I had never seen any of the Mad Max films. And I'd always heard Fury Road was like an incredible movie, but I was just never really that interested in checking it out. But then we saw the trailer. We kept seeing the trailer for Furiosa, and I was like, this looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and watch Fury Road at the very least, so that we kind of understand what's going on. And then if it's any good, we'll go back and watch the Mad Max films, because I was afraid if we started with Mad Max 1 that we would stop and just not watch any of them. So we watched Fury Road and freaking loved it.
Yes.
Fantastic movie. I was shocked at how good it is. And like how straightforward it is. Like, you remove all the crazy that's like in front of you, and like the story is very straightforward. They just gotta save somebody from point A and get them to point B. That's the whole movie. But like then they dump like a bucket of crazy on it, and it's insane and wonderful, and it's great and gross and wonderful, right? So we love that. And then Furiosa came out, and we went and watched it. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.
I was not expecting it to lead like directly into Fury Road. Like, I mean, it's straight up this like basically ends, and the end credits is Fury Road.
Yeah.
So like, it's crazy that it does that.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that so much.
It was really good. And I thought Anya Taylor-Joy did a fantastic job.
Yeah, she did. And Chris Hemsworth is
a
lunatic.
Oh, you see, we got there. Like, his voice is like, he's very Australian.
He's not, but he takes it up like his voice, like another pitch.
Yes, his pitch goes up, which is weird,
and
but it's
it's
great.
got a fake nose on.
And like for the first 40 minutes, I swear to God, like I thought it was his younger brother playing him, because like it's supposed to be when Furiosa is a girl, like a little girl, and so like everybody's like 10 years younger than they are the rest of the movie. And like I swear I thought it was Liam Hemsworth like the majority of the time, but it wasn't. I mean, it's just Chris Hemsworth.
They're all Australians.
They are. It felt, this big bluey fan that I am really felt at home watching Furiosa, Mad Max Saga.
Yeah.
But no, I really enjoyed this movie. It's apparently been getting some like negative feedback because it didn't make that much at the box office, and this is like one of the lowest box offices of like the past few decades or something for Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Which I feel like isn't fair to Furiosa. Like, it's not Furiosa's fault.
No. It's people's fault.
Yeah. It's people like Greg Miller that go watch Garfield instead of Furiosa, right? It's their fault, okay?
We watch both.
That's right. We keep the theatrical system alive. I'm going to mute you for a little bit. But whenever he's calmed down, you can just unmute. But, yeah. So, it's crazy. It's pretty crazy. Just like Fury Road. I would say it pretty much matches the crazy of Fury Road. And I feel like if you didn't watch Fury Road, you'd probably be lost watching this. Yeah. Like, I feel like it's kind of like The Matrix, where, like, you could watch The Animatrix on your own, but, like, you should probably really watch The Matrix before you watch anything else Matrix, Yeah. So I feel like you definitely want to watch Fury Road first. And kind of speaking to The Matrix, I kind of talked about this earlier, but I guess originally the idea for Fury Road was that it was going to follow a similar pattern to The Matrix Reloaded, where they were going to have a Mad Max video game and Mad Max animated anthology series, like The Animatrix.
Yeah.
And I want to say comics. And like all of those things were going to fill in the gaps of Fury Road. Yeah. So like the characters that are just in Fury Road, right? Furiosa, the guy with like the milk ladies or whatever, like all of those characters, it was going to be explained, even like how Mad Max got to where it is, right? All that was going to be explained in this stuff. And Warner Brothers was like, no, we don't want to do that. Like, The Matrix did not do what they wanted it to do for Matrix Reloaded. And then they tried to do the anthology stuff for the Batman, like the anime Batman that was before The Dark Knight. I think it was like Gotham Knights or Gotham Knight Tales of Batman or something. I don't know. Anyway, so Furiosa was originally conceived to be like an Animatrix style anthology piece that was going to be released at the same time. And so it was going to, explain all of Furiosa's story. And that kind of makes sense why in Furiosa it's separated into like chapters. Yeah. Because each one would have been a different vignette, And so then Warner Brothers was like, hey, this did really good. How about instead of doing like an animated version of Furiosa, we just make like a live action version of it?
We'll give you all the money you need.
Yeah. And so that's what they did. And so that's what Furiosa is. And so it feels like before when we watched it, like I didn't know any of that. And I thought it was great on its own. It works. Not, I'm not worried about being confused about it, like connecting with things and stuff. I definitely think Fury Road helps this make a lot more sense, but this movie theoretically could stand on its own. Like if you wanted to just go watch Furiosa, I do think you'll have a better time if you watch Fury Road. But it definitely makes sense why this feels more intertwined with Fury Road than just a prequel. Like it definitely feels like it's like supposed to weave in and out of Fury Road a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a lot better than the box office would tell you. I think it's great. Yeah. And I hope like good word of mouth kind of carries it a little bit. Some people are trying to say that like this is just another proof that prequels don't do good at the box office. But like freaking and somebody else said oh my god, it was like the Snyder fans were trying to say that they did it, like another Warner Brothers movie boycott worked, like because they didn't go watch it. And it's like, yeah, but Dune 2 and Barbie, and Wonka, like I'm pretty sure Wonka is Warner Brothers.
Yes, it is.
And Godzilla. Yeah.
like hello.
Yeah, like come on. And also, speaking of Wonka, there's a prequel that made a shit ton of money, So, I mean, prequels are not
They're not.
It's not. It's nothing about prequels. It's just we're just in a weird place right now, and like movies are expensive, you know.
Yeah, we got a lot in chat.
Okay, hit us.
Sorry.
Hit us with your best shot.
Travis says, my uncle would babysit me and make me watch an entire film series in one day, and Mad Max was one of them. So I saw them long before I should have.
That's awesome.
And he agreed with you about Chris looking like Liam.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fanimator 101 says Puppy Odie and Kitten Garfield were adorable.
Adorable. I would watch a whole movie of them. Put them up with a pup named Scooby-Doo. Boom. $1 billion.
Travis says, I think it's a situation of waiting too long to make a sequel, similar to James Gunn's Squad sequel.
I could see that. Yeah, because it didn't really perform. But granted, that was during, the big C.
Yeah.
And like some people are, I don't know how much I agree with this. I guess I do, but like a lot of the stuff has been that the studios have kind of trained people to wait for streaming. Yeah. Because in like 2 weeks this will be available to watch for $20 at home.
Yeah.
So like why spend $90 to go watch it, in theaters with like getting popcorn and candy and all that stuff, you know? I mean, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like me personally, I still like going to the theaters.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I guess like depending on like a financial situation, like I could definitely see that being the first thing we cut, know, because it's not necessary, especially when you can just see stuff streaming in like 2 weeks for half the price,
Fanimator 101 also says, I love both Garfield and Snoopy.
Yes.
Travis.
Snoopy's fantastic.
Travis said, once you exceed 5 years between sequels, I think you risk losing huge chunks of your audience as kids become teenagers become adults, and so on.
That makes sense.
It's kind of like the Rise of Gru situation.
Yeah. And my only like counterpoint to that would be that, Mad Max has kind of been going since what, the 70s? Yeah. And like there was a huge gap between Thunderdome and Fury Road, right?
I believe so. Which
also is kind of like a reboot, I guess. Like it still is, it's still a sequel, but like in the way it acts, it could be seen as a reboot. It's not, obviously. Just like how the James Bond movies aren't technically reboots. Yeah. But like this one definitely is more of a sequel, I feel like, than Fury Road was to any of the prior Mad Maxes. Yeah. So I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, but you never know, man. You never know.
Travis just said, I also don't think we figured out how to name / market these prequels. Andor is an example of one where the title is predicated on a side character's name who casual audiences likely have forgotten.
It's true. And Andor is freaking awesome.
Yes, it is. God, it's so good.
But yeah, I could see like how many people that did go watch Rogue One even know that Andor is a connection to Rogue One, even though he's like the second lead of the movie, Yeah. Definitely agree with that. And like, I hate the name of this, like throwing in Mad Max as like a way to make sure people understand this is Mad Max. Yeah. But also like it's rated R and like inflation's high. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's enough other things going on to like, I think this summer is ultimately going to be like a low box office summer. Like, the real question will be how good Deadpool and Wolverine does. Mm-hmm. If Deadpool and Wolverine, like, ends up with only, like, 200 million or something, then we're in trouble,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it'll hit $1 billion, but it might not. And if it doesn't, then I think that says a lot about just the box office in general for, the state of the box office, rather.
Yes, I agree.
At the end of the day, it's still a great movie, and highly recommend watching it. If you've never seen any of them, I think you should watch Fury Road first. But if you've seen Fury Road and liked it, but you wasn't sure about Furiosa, I would say definitely check it out. It's just awesome. Yeah. It's so weird. Like, it's so crazy. And like just the effects in it are great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I won't go into any more details because I don't want to give anything away. But I really, really enjoyed it.
I did too.
Chris Hemsworth, just insane. I love it.
A proud Aussie Australian.
Gang, say, hey, that's what we gonna do now. All right, moving on. It's time. You'll have to hit it twice because we are gonna add Garfield and Furiosa to the ranking for summer 2024. So, at number 1, X-Men 97. Number 2, The Fall Guy. Number 3, If. Number 4, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Number 5, Unfrosted. Maggie, where would you like to put? Let's start with Garfield, and I'll keep you muted. You just, I'll retell what you were saying. Number 4, Maggie is saying. No. Number 5, above Unfrosted. I completely agree. Unfrosted is not a good movie at all. Is he okay? I'm just surprised he's so upset. That's okay. You're fine, honey. I'll holler for you when it's time for the other, just to find out. At number... Gosh, poor guy. I'm gonna mute everything. It's just a little too loud, so I muted everything. There we go. Okay, where are we? So, new number 5 will be Garfield. And then, as far as Furiosa goes, Maggie, where would you like to put Furiosa? Number 1 is X-Men 97. Number 2 is The Fall Guy. Number 3 is If. Number 4 is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So below The Fall Guy, above If. I'm good with that. I think that's kind of where I was thinking. Because The Fall Guy is really good. It did deserve better at the box office. A Mad Max Saga. All right, so we got our new summer ranking at number 1, X-Men 97. Number 2, The Fall Guy. Number 3, Furiosa. Number 4, If. Number 5, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Number 6, Garfield. And number 7, Unfrosted. Everybody, we did it. We did it. Next week, I'm not sure yet. We're going to watch Haiku, but I don't know if we're gonna. I mean, I guess we'll talk about it. Obviously, Travis Mitchell with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Travis. Appreciate you. That's very kind of you. We greatly appreciate your support. Let's see here. Just going back into the chat. Fanimator. I love the Garfield popcorn. I got a plush. Yes. Oh. I didn't realize I had it on Maggie's. Fanimator. I got a plush. Yes, we got those too. And I will say I do love the plush of Odie. Travis Mitchell says Deadpool and Wolverine likely has a slightly lower budget than some of the other Marvel films, which could give it an advantage. I agree with that. Plus, I mean, it's rated R, so I feel like they have to go in thinking that it's possible it cannot do as well as the others. That being said, I feel like a lot of people are very hyped for this. I mean, Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine, and like Deadpool's proven as an R-rated movie that's not really held it back before. So I think it'll do good. We'll see. I'll be surprised if it's not. I'll be surprised if it doesn't break 800 million. Like, I feel like 800 is like, it has to hit that. But I'd really like for it to hit $1 billion. But obviously, at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily matter. Fanimator says, I'm excited to see Despicable Me 4, Inside Out 2. Next, I know those are going to be $1 billion movies. I hope so. I could see Despicable Me. I could see it hitting... I could see it hitting $1 billion. I mean, my God. Kung Fu Panda did huge numbers. Inside Out, Disney is still struggling with trying to get people to know that it's not going to be on Disney Plus soon. And I think, during the big C, that Disney Plus kind of set people up to be like, hey, just remember it's going to be on Disney Plus, so you don't have to go do stuff. So I'm hoping it does good. Inside Out 2 looks great. So I'm hoping people kind of break out of that way of thinking, but I could see that still being an issue. Let's see here. Travis Mitchell, I can only imagine how much Lord Humongous, a Mad Max Saga would do. I mean, I'd watch it, obviously. Travis Mitchell also says, hoping that Deadpool 3 popcorn bucket depicted head from Seaman Origins. Oh my god. Travis, yes. Whatever the Deadpool bucket's going to be. Boss Logic did a couple of mock-ups that were ridiculous. You just need to go look it up. Just type in Boss Logic Deadpool bucket. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Definitely a Dune popcorn bucket reference. But I'll be buying it. Whatever it ends up being. Hopefully it's good. God knows we love our popcorn buckets. You know what else we love? The end of the show. That's right, everybody. We made it to the end of the episode. Remember, if you are watching us live, we will be back again tomorrow night with Super Nights Playback on Wednesday. That is where we'll be watching a random VHS tape. And hey, so last week we watched the Dead Zone VHS tape. And I was like, man, it's only an hour? That's crazy. Turns out, didn't rewind it all the way. When I went to put it in the archives, it turns out there was a whole bunch more stuff. So we're going to finish that tape tomorrow and probably pick up another one. So definitely come hang out for that. And remember, if you'd like to get access to the archives, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome or join us right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. Just like those fine folks did, get your name in the credits of every episode. You can also get access to the archives, all that fun stuff. And then we'll be back again on Thursday this week at a special day for Going Back to Smallville. We're celebrating Christmas with Lexmas. So be sure and come back for that because it's gonna be fun. Apparently Santa exists in the DC universe. Apparently he's a drunk. So there's that. Let's see here. Travis Mitchell, The Big C sounds like a teen comedy drama that would have aired on ABC in 2006. I mean, you're not wrong. And he also says, take care, guys. Hey, thanks, Travis. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. Honestly, we appreciate you all hanging out in the chat. We know this day is, this week's a little weird. We're thrown off schedule-wise and stuff, but we appreciate y'all stopping by. So, yeah, we'll be back again a week from today. Well, back next Monday with another episode of The Hopefully Awesome Show. But that is going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Thanks for watching. And as always, have a hopefully awesome day. Bye.